Clashes have broken out between Moroccan security forces and people attempting to reach European territory by swimming around border fences. This week, thousands of would-be migrants forced their way into the Spanish enclave of Ceuta in North Africa. Morocco appeared to have loosened its border controls with the territory following a diplomatic dispute with Spain. But security has now been stepped up.
Desperation just outside of Ceuta. Would-be migrants scuffle with Moroccan security forces, pushing them back. They were blocking the border of the Spanish enclave. As day turned to night, clashes broke out. Police eventually managed to regain control and disperse the crowds of mostly young men. The desire to get across the border is great. Migrants who reach the Spanish enclave often say they have no choice but to leave Morocco. We come here to look for a better future than in my country. There we have no rights or anything. There's nothing, no work, nothing. But what are you going to do? Local Spanish residents say the situation is tense. Many feel overwhelmed. Currently, there's so many arriving, it's really unusual. We're in a kind of state of emergency here, and many residents are really afraid. Personally, I feel safe out on the street. I'm not afraid, but I'm a teacher, and at the moment many of my pupils are not coming to classes because they're scared. Those attempting to swim to Ceuta are now immediately picked up by Spanish soldiers. The number of people crossing into Ceuta reached a peak earlier this week, with some 8,000 entering in a single day. Spain has since deployed the army to patrol the border and send the migrants back.
Señor Presidente.
Speaking to Parliament in Madrid, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez vowed to restore order and said that nearly 5,000 migrants had been returned.
I remind you that the border with Ceuta is not only a border between Spain and Morocco, but also a European border, and that in this case the lack of control by the Moroccan authorities is not only a lack of respect towards Spain, but also towards the European Union.
Officials in Madrid say they are reinforcing Ceuta's borders to prevent more arrivals.
DW correspondent Jan-Philipp Scholz is in the Spanish enclave of Ceuta and says that tensions there are likely to continue.
It seems like a simple fence between Morocco and Spain, but it has become an important symbol of world politics over the past days. Thousands of migrants have swum across the border. You can still see some of their clothes here. It seems like the price that Spain has to pay for outsourcing some of its border protection and paying millions of euros to Morocco to prevent migrants from passing the border. Now, during a diplomatic dispute, Morocco has started to make use of its power and has started to let migrants pass. Thousands have arrived over the past days, and the challenge doesn't seem to be over.